Well, good morning. Nobody's watching, but I'm going to start anyway. We're going to do some grooming shears, pet grooming shears. First pair we got is curved ones. Do a little test. They're cutting. Not bad. I can usually feel better. There it is, right there. There's a little kick right there. So we're going to fix those. Oh man. Well, welcome. Welcome to the live broadcast. Thought I'd turn the camera on, just let it roll this morning. If anybody wants to watch, great. If you don't, I'm fine with that too. Hey, good morning. What's going on this morning? Thanks for joining us. And the dogs are being pains in the ass this morning. What the hell? Look at that. These bottles don't last. Well, 10 people watching out there, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get the algorithm working this morning. When you hit the thumbs up button, it does help our channel out in terms of views. And tell me where you're watching from. We're Sharpen Right Services. Yeah, they're too big. Those bottles. If I could find the small Zep bottles, I like it. I've got several of the really big ones. They take up too much space on the bench. So, and you can't carry them around with you either. But I have several of the Zep bottles with other chemicals in them. I shouldn't complain. These are like 10 years old. You know, I got that music playing in the background. They're gonna probably, YouTube's probably gonna complain about that and not monetize this. We're getting ready to turn on the dust collector anyway, so it's gonna drown out the music. All right. $67 people. Come on, hit that thumbs up button for me. Help me out. We're doing curved shears, and I'd like to do them freehand. And I got a burr. Come on, 59 people, 3 thumbs up. You guys can do better than that for me. Help if I took the plate off, wouldn't it? That looks good. So we're just doing a few pairs of pet grooming shears from a dog groomer. She mailed them to me. She mails me a package about every month. Hope you're doing well out there, wherever you're at. Tell me where you're watching from. We're in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, sewing and industrial scissors, clipper blades, and just about any kind of knife. Sacramento, it's early out there. Was it 7 in the morning in Sacramento? Well, thanks for watching. Well, I appreciate you popping in. Yeah, we're doing curved pet grooming shears. A little rust in there. As a business, I've been 11 years. This January, past January was 11 years. That looks good. John, I don't know what Nyats is. And no, I do not use the stones. I have some, but I rarely use them. Yeah, no, I do not. I use ceramic, the Sharpen stones. The only natural stones I have a couple of Arkansas oil stones that I've had in the past. I rarely use them. Well, appreciate you watching, John. Appreciate y'all keeping me company. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business out. They feel smoother than they did before. Oh yeah, much smoother. Let's see how it cuts the fur. I like to test in 3 places. I like to test towards the pivot area, test in the middle, and then of course the tip, because that's where the girls really like it. And I feel a little something on the tip, so I'm going to polish it a little bit more. So I go back over the polishing pad just a hair. I also think my tension's a little off. Here's my little tool here. Yeah, it's still a little loose. I'm gonna crank it down, get it tight, then back it off. That feels better. The tension is a little bit better. Maybe just back it off just a hair. Oh yeah, much better. All right, those are good. Those are wonderful. And this is not a really high quality pair of shears, but we do want them to cut well for the groomer so she can make the puppies pretty. I like to put a little rubber band around them, keep them closed. So there we go, there's one pair. We got 3 more to do. Since we did curved, let's do the curved chunkers. And that's not cutting too bad. They're dirty and nasty, I know that. Yeah, I can see some damage on the blade. I can feel it with the marker too. That looks good. Yusef, welcome back. Thanks for popping in. That looks good. Good. Cuts good. But only thing that counts is fur. All right, bottom. Oh, nice. Still catching at the tip a little bit. A little extra polish on the tips, and there we go. All right, we've got a couple straight ones to do now. See, those are not cutting. So they're not cutting all the way through the tip. All right, let's see if we can fix them. Hey, good morning, Chris. What's happening in Montana? I gotta find my coffee. I don't know what I did with my coffee cup. So I'm just doing a few pet grooming shears this morning from a mail-in client. Got a bunch of clipper blades to do this morning also. Nice. That sounds like a great day. So do you get busy on the weekends with the bail bonds business? Saturday night, Sunday morning, is that your big days? Oh, it's insane. Now keep in mind, when I go to a salon, I don't film when I'm in the salons. So, and I go to the salons pretty often, but I'm not going to turn the camera on in the salons. That's not good PR. So you guys that watch the YouTube channel basically only see me here in the shop. Tomorrow I've got farmers market, so usually don't record at the farmers market either. But I do clipper blades for the most part every day. I do knives every day. I do grooming shears every day. I do salon shears every day. Sewing scissors is the one thing I don't do every day. All right, that looks good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and work this side while I'm here. You know what? I'm really considering it. I would not mind having the shop machine, but you know, it's twice as expensive as the Nebraska blades machine. We'll see. I'm going to go to the Above Shear show in Las Vegas in May, and the shop will be there, and I'm sure they'll have their machines, so I'll get to see it face to face instead of just watching the YouTube videos on it. Hey Jim, power back on? Did you say the power was on or not on? I couldn't remember what you told me this morning. I was out walking when you had texted me. Had the dog with me. One of them, anyway. All right, that looks good. So yeah, you know, if money was no object, I would buy the shop machine. But you got to recoup that cost when you buy a piece of equipment. And so my Nebraska blades machine is paid for itself about 5 times over since I bought it. So every time I sharpen on the Nebraska blade machine, it's profit. I did have to have one of my wheels redone this year, so well, that's not bad. We rarely lose power here, but I have 2 generators just in case. If the power goes out on the house, I don't care, as long as the wife's at work. If the power went out right now, all I would do is make sure the shop had electricity so I could do my work. And I have the generator literally right in the corner and can power everything in the shop within minutes. Yeah, you're like us. We rarely lose power on the house. All right, I think we got a good edge on that. You see the dog? This is where the dog stays. She's within a foot of me all day long. The German Shepherd's in the house. He won't come out because of the sound of the dust collector. He's a big baby. Hey, Jimmy. What's happening over in San Antonio? How was your barbecue cook-off? Larry, what's happening in Michigan? That looks good. Looks good. Now these are just cheap, like Temu cheap shears. There's virtually no hollow grind on this, even though they have a ride line. No hollow whatsoever. Oh, nice, man. That's good. I know some of those cook-offs have hundreds of teams, so 5th place is good. Clean that a little bit there. Oh, nice. You going out of Galveston? Yeah, please do. Text me. Swing by on your way to or from Galveston. I'm only about a mile and a half west of I-45, so it doesn't put you a whole lot out of the way. Did you ever see Bunny? Linda? And Sweet Lou? Bunny and Sweet Lou, I like those folks. See, now it's cutting all the way through the tip. Not quite, though, is it? Let's see where they're closing at. I need them to get them closed a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit of meat off the bumper. I think they just need to close a little bit more. There we go. Now I got them closing through the tip. Still snagging at the tip, but that may be the best I can get out of these. There we go. She'll be happy with that. So you did see Bunny? Did you? Did she? What did she tell you? What she knows me by? My nickname? All right, we got another pair to do. These are a little bit better quality. Yeah, I remember that when that happened. I remember that we had a storm come through when you were supposed to come through here that day. I remember that. And you may have that again, because we're getting ready to start having some rain. April's usually the month that it rains here in Southeast Texas. So, and it's been pretty dry. It was a very dry March. My yard looks like hell. And you guys haven't had much rain in the San Antonio area. That Edwards Aquifer's got to be in pretty bad shape. Hey, 46 people watching, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It does help the algorithm out and helps the business out. This thing's got no ride lines, but it's got a nice hollow grind on it. I didn't test them. All right, we're getting a ride line. All right, a little more. Yeah, it's sad. I saw some pictures of Canyon Lake. It looks terrible. Of course, the aquifer. So many people have moved to the San Antonio, New Braunfels area, and they're pulling so much water out. Like Lake Mead in Arizona. All right, that looks pretty good. We're gonna move on. these look like they've never been sharpened before. No, I don't have a corrugation wheel. And I've never had anybody say, hey, I want a corrugation on my shears. I usually, what I do is I ask the girl, I say, hey, these are corrugated. I'm going to take the corrugation off of it. Most of the time, they don't even know they're corrugated or what it is. Like anything else, you invest the money in it, you better be able to get the money back out of that tool. All right, I think we're good. I'm not going to buff this. I'm not going any further than 1200. All right, that looks good. All right, I can turn that dust collector off for now. That looks wonderful. All right, I like to ramp the teeth on these a little bit. Well, I appreciate people watching, the few that did. Evidently, YouTube has changed their algorithm and not pushing out live streams like they used to. But that's okay. It is what it is, right? Oh man, look at that. That cuts good. A little bit of the tip. There they go. All right, guys, that's it. That's it for the shear sharpening this morning. I'm gonna do some clipper blades here in a little while. Maybe I'll turn the camera back on. Hope y'all have a great day wherever you're at. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. And check back in here in a little while. I might do some clipper blades on live, but I'm gonna take a little break, have another cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna get started on those clipper blades.